and then they were like drinking like a shake. So I asked him, what is that? I want that as well. So and then I tell Ate, and then sumigaw si Ate like, bad, no. Salamat sa mga sinabi niyo, pero hindi ako ka-play. Wow! Kaya Mike, naabot mo yung Ate na yung Lasal sa MCA. Kaya na mukha kang bata, senior citizen ka pala.
Alright guys, so this is the Locker Room Toast Show, and we would like to welcome in our segment Mr. Ola Adeogun.
Ola, what's up?
Hey Ola!
Hi Ola, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
So yeah, before the show, we were like talking about what you've been doing, and we heard that you're taking your masters now.
Yeah, like I'm actually like finishing it up. Like sa dulo na siya.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good. What's your major? Any emphasis?
It's a business admin, like masteral in business administration.
Okay. MBA.
But in college I took up marketing. So I decided to like just take that na rin para may konting support.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm sure dahil sa COVID, you're doing it online. Is that right?
Yeah. So it's via online, and COVID is like making things a little bit more complicated. Pero,
Yeah. Are you also taking up in San Beda?
Yeah. It's also in Beta. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
So you're gonna be like Mike. I think Mike has a master's from San Beda as well.
No.
Matalino yan si...
He's a bachelor. He's still a bachelor. He's not a bachelor anymore.
Talino. So Ola, since the pandemic began, how do you make use of your time?
Oh well, like the first year, like 2020 was really like dumbfounded talaga. Like parang matatapos ang biglang December na. So it's like what affectuan, like people were like affected mentally. But yeah, life has to go on. We have to pick up ourselves. And I just I had an opportunity to learn about coffee, like latte art and stuff. So I took that opportunity just to acquire more knowledge. And so I was just at home working out, taking care of myself. And kasama ko na yung girlfriend ko, so medyo it's not that hard to. Adibin I was alone, maybe medyo mahirap. Pero
Hindi na malungkot.
hindi masyado malungkot.
So there's more bonding time para sa inyo. So that's good.
Yeah, it's good. And that's with a little bit of trying to be productive and try to not to think about the COVID, because before the pandemic, like in March 2020, like February, I was planning to play in Europe, and already had like a team that I'm talking to, and there was an agent now. So, and then the pandemic happened and hindi makatuloy. So, medyo nakaka-frustrate yun. Pero pero wala naman wala ako control over that, which is something I don't have control over.
So Ola, I have a question for you, because just to give you a little bit of background. So I actually grew up here in the U.S., in the United States. Then I went there for a couple years to study and play in San Beda in high school. And so when I went there, I didn't know any Tagalog. Although I understood, kasi of course my parents are from okay, but I didn't speak. So my 2 years there, I learned. Eventually, I learned how to speak as well. And so I kind of know a little bit about you in the sense that you had to learn the language, but you are a little bit different because you obviously didn't know Tagalog until you went there. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm actually impressed with that. Can you tell us a little bit how you actually learned Tagalog? I'm sure you were like very interested or passionate. Otherwise, you wouldn't be speaking.
Yeah. I was actually like super interested. So I think number one reason is it's communication, and I had an experience like my first week. It's a little bit funny, pero I'm gonna share it with you guys. I think Mike knows.
Funny is good. Yes, yes.
I think Mike knows that. That's why he's laughing.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, my first week. So apparently after practice, we had like this like a mini restaurant at the back of the gym. Yeah, we call it Fio Gelato.
Yeah.
So Mike know that. So yeah, so I went there. So Benjie, but the senior players like Benjie, like Jake, I think Dave Marcelo also was there. And then they were like drinking like a shake. So I asked him, what is that? I want that as well. So Benjie now said, I should tell the ate it's tamod shake. So
Okay.
So and then I went to tell her that I want tamod shake. And then this was like after because after 1 week or 2 weeks of me arriving there. Yeah, I think so. Because when I arrived, yeah. After, like so, and then I tell ate, and then sumigaw si ate like, bad, no. And then yeah, so they started laughing. So I'm like, okay, I think I really need to take it take it serious to learn fast. So
Yeah,
I have some teammates that I trust, like Rosa, Anjo, and then Koga. So whenever someone tells me to say something to another person, I ask those people. Rome, I ask him, what does that mean? Is that a bad thing or a good thing? So from there, gradually, later on, like one of our side court reporters, EJ.
Yeah, EJ Gamboa.
Yeah, EJ Gamboa. She gave me like a dictionary, like Tagalog dictionary. And then I was using it to catch up. And with San Beda naman, like San Beda is like you have like the Tagalog speaking. It's like a mixture of both. The
Taglish, right?
Taglish, and and then when you get outside the street, you're already like in the middle of the kids, like Moraita, like Tagalog. So I think those kind of experience actually helped me to like learn faster. Like within 6 months, I can literally understand.
Wow, that's impressive.
It is very good.
So yeah, but maybe the speaking after like a year and a half, 2 years, I get the hang of the speaking, and then I just build on it from there.
Okay, so I heard this story. I want to ask you about this. Kasi there's this story na you were nasa elevator ka, tapos may mga yaya. Hindi nila alam na marunong ka mag-Tagalog.
Yeah, hindi nila alam.
Do you remember? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, of course, I remember that. Tapos kinausap ko sila. Actually, after nun, naging friend na kami na yung mga yaya. They always say hi to me sa condo. So yeah, like when I arrived in that condo, yeah. Also like, it's just my few days na rin. So sabay ko sila sa elevator. Kasama pa yung mga anak na binabantay nila. And then they say like, tinan mo, ang laki nito kaya mo yan? Kaya mo ba yan? And then sabi, ayoko, parang kapre yan, stuff like that. Like, and then hindi ako nagsalita. I was listening to them. And then, so sila, paakyat pa. And then ako, bababa na ako. Sabi ko, ate, salamat sa mga sinabi nyo. Pero hindi ako kapre. nagulat, nagulat, nagulat
Nagulat
sila.
sila.
Ah, and then within 1 week of me staying in that condo, lahat na yaya dyan. Narinig na yung story kasi na-chismis siguro. And then, everybody they were so they were so curious about me speaking Tagalog, and then so they say hi to me, and then so later on, like they became like, when they see me they say hi, they like, oh, and then minsan narinig ko sa marunong yung mag-Tagalog like the sa playground na ako nag-walk out. May mga experience ganyan.
Okay. Ang gusto ko marinig yung experience about the referee. Paano yung mga referee?
Yung mga the referee also, kailangan ko na kasi yung mga referee kasi pag may sinabi ka sa English, kahit hindi mo sila binabastos o hindi mo sila dinirespect, pero dahil sa alam mo intensity ng game, aggressiveness, and then damn, minsan nga nagalit ako dahil na-miss ako ng layup o na-miss ako ng free throw. Like I was like, fuck man, like something like that, nag-express. And then pag biglang mag-technical ka, sabi ko, ako nagalit ako sa sarili ko na. So yeah, and then so from there, pag kakausap ko sila, sa Tagalog na lang para walang...
So I'm sure nung umpisa nagulat din sila, nagtatagalog ka.
Yeah, lalo naman yung mga NCAA referee, sanay na sila. Pero pag naglaro ako sa D-League, and then yung mga referee, hindi nila alam na tatagalog ako or yung mga magugulat sila. Tsaka rin pag mga, di ba, pag kalaban, nagugulat rin mga kalaban natin kasi sa communication ko sa court, Tagalog sa mga teammates ko rin, like, sa Tagalog, pag naglalaro kami sa mga ibang league. So when I'm like speaking Tagalog to my teammate, usually to communicate, magugulat sila, marunong pala mag-Tagalog to, stuff like that. So yeah, which is something that I like, and then with basketball, communication talaga is what I really use in playing. So I have to learn, like, lalo naman yung mga teammate mo na hindi masyado naintindihan na English. So I have to like adopt that culture of speaking Tagalog and try to like communicate better, you know. Which is one of the key factors of like my San Beda experience and playing in other league as well.
So earlier before go ahead, Mike.
No. I was about to ask Ola yung backtrack natin yung paano siya na-recruit sa San Beda. How did that recruitment pitch go?
Yeah, usually I was talking to Bill Beno, talk to me because I met Bill Beno before, and then it happens that Bill Beno know Coach Frankie, and may kilala yan ng mga ibang coach ko sa Nigeria. So yeah, yung kinausap nila ako na gusto ko ba ako maglaro sa Philippines. So first I was thinking, like, alam mo, Philippines and like in the Middle East, like whatever. So that's what I was thinking, Philippines, like, did they play basketball there, or like parang nag-hesitate ako. And then when I talked to Boss Mike, so they were like, there's also in Nigeria playing here, that played here. So I went to the website, and then I saw some equi. I went to San Beda website, and I saw some equi, and I saw, okay, this might not be bad as long as I can like go to school and then play basketball. So then I give it a try. So when I arrived, I was surprised na this is like a basketball country, and the college basketball is actually big. Because the day I arrived, the game was San Beda was waiting for in the finals, and then in the semi-final was Letran and Baste playing that day that I arrived. So yeah, that was the game that I met, and then I was at the rector office. Then they were watching the game in the office. So I was shocked how big basketball is, and then I loved it. I just blended in instantly. Sa practice. So even if I cannot understand Tagalog yet. Yeah.
So you were telling us earlier, before Art joined us before the show, na you had Benjie and Ronnie was your coaches. So I actually played with Benjie in high school. I didn't get to play with Ronnie because he was a couple of years ahead of me. Pero can you tell us your experience with Benjie and Ronnie as coaches?
Okay. So Coach Ronnie is like in another spectrum, and Benjie is like a different spectrum. So, yeah, Coach Ronnie first. Coach Ronnie is his style of coaching is like I call him. My nickname for him is Mr. No Turnover, right? So, and he's so strict to the extent that about execution, like you have to do it the right way, because he is not looking with Coach Ronnie's style. He doesn't look for like you have to take like quick shot or quick decision, because he's looking for the long distance. He's looking to build like a system that like when get to the long run magiging super effective talaga. Kasi if you're supposed to like, if you're setting a pick as a big man, if you're going to set a pick and the pick was supposed to make your point guard go right, and then you accidentally set the pick going left, Coach Ronnie won't like that. So it's like, yeah, it's like you have to like, even if nandyan yung bantay, nandyan yung defense sa place na pupuntahan yung bola, you have to still go there. Kasi what Coach Ronnie is looking at, it's not looking at what's happening on the pick and roll. It's looking at what's going to happen after, and what's going to happen after that, and what's going to happen after that. So you have to really follow like. But aside from that, he's like Pakisama, yeah, is good. It's a nice person, like nice in. But when it comes to like running the basketball system, you have to really follow. Minsan nga nag-aaway kami kahit sa laro. May isang beses, experience ko kay Coach Ronnie, may isang beses na may isang play na tinatawag. So si Coach Ronnie, sa D-League to sa API. So Coach Ronnie is calling like a different play, and then si point guard is calling a different play. So si Tom yung point guard namin on like that time in that play. So I already hear Newsom call that play, right? And then si Coach Ronnie was calling a different play on the bench. And then ako
confused.
Yeah. So I was following Coach Ronnie's, I was following what he's calling. Pero si Newsom is setting up for the play that he called. So, and then I was listening to Coach Ronnie because siya yung coach I will listen to him. And then biglang nakita niya si Newsom nandyan. And then nagbago isip niya, go. And then natigil lang ako, Coach, ano ba talaga gusto mo? And then, this play is going on, like the game is going on. I was like, Coach, ano talaga gusto mo? And then, na-realize niya, okay, dyan na pala mali. And then, sorry Ola. And then, pag nagalit ako, may lagi may candy siya sa bulsa.
Candy,
so yeah, yung relationship namin ni Coach Ronnie.
Sinetreat niya with candy,
And then si Coach
Benjie.
Si Coach Benjie naman. Like yung mga tinuturo ni Coach Benjie, super simple lang pero sobra effective, like super effective. And then hindi siya masyado serious pa, like you can just take your time and do whatever he's asking for. But si Coach Ronnie, never ko siya nakita magalit. Pero isang beses ko siya nakita nagalit na sobrang grabe siya maggalit, like flip talaga. So yeah, pero aside from that, it's like funny, ang kulit talaga. Kahit saan. kahit sino nandyan. Kahit yung mga pare pa nandyan, magjo-joke pa yan. si Mike alam yan eh. Kaya Mike, alam mo naman eh.
Yeah.
Kahit mga pare nandyan, mga joke dito, Benjie, mga bastos joke pa.
I'm sure yun ang una mong natutunan sa Tagalog, di ba?
Yeah, sobra. Yun talaga. Yung mga bastos muna.
So I know so si Sam Ekwe played before you, but I think you probably didn't get to talk to him kasi he was two I guess players before you. Sudan.
Actually, Sudan. Sudan was the one I met. I didn't get to meet Ekwe. May his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
So yeah, mabigat yan. Pero yeah, life goes on naman. God knows best talaga.
So how was your transition when you met with Sue? Did you guys talk, or did he give you advice?
No, I think Sue's advice, it's not just one day lang. It's like throughout yung nandyan pa siya. So it's like a gradual thing. Because lagi ako, like when I just arrived, like I was culture shock, and then I have to adjust, and then I have to like adjust to some situation, and sometime when I'm like going crazy, and it will talk to me. It was like, hey bro, you have to be like this, you have to be like that, you just have to like take it easy and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the things that I learned from him, not just basketball. And when it comes to basketball also, I learned a lot from him. With Ekwe naman, I never get to meet him until I think 2014 or 2013 actually in LA. So he came by our practice facility, and then that's when I met him.
Yeah, we actually did an interview with him last year. He's here in the LA area. So
nice, that's cool.
So, how's your coffee venture doing? Like,
it's really fun. Like, I was nagulat lang ako na I didn't know that coffee is like that. Like, there's a lot of effort that goes in from the planting, from the harvesting, from like preparing it, and from roasting. So it's like learning coffee is like learning how to play basketball. It's like everything is detailed. May fundamentals may like, especially with the latte art, you have to like, and then yung latte art pala bonus lang yun. Like it has to do with the flavoring. You have to like the balance the acidity with the sweetness. A lot of things goes into it. Like I'm like, wow. So I was shocked, and then I'm happy, with this COVID being like no basketball and stuff. So yan nagiging outlet ko. So like I gave it all my best talaga. Like I was happy to do it, and parang may outlet ako. Like it became my parang meditation na yun. Because you have to really focus, like with the machine, the calibration, everything has to be precise. If not, you're gonna have a bad shot. With the stamina of the make, if not, you're gonna have like a pangit na latte. And so it was really fun. when I had that opportunity to learn, I just grabbed it.
Nice. So you mentioned when you're learning coffee, it's like similar to when you learn basketball because it's new and you have to learn the nuances.
Yeah.
Having I guess grown up in Nigeria, I'm sure the number one sport there is probably soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So can you tell us a little bit about your childhood and how you got into basketball?
Okay. So growing up back home, like basketball, if you mention basketball to me, I'll be like, basketball, what the fuck is that? So it's always soccer. I know people who play basketball, but it's like for me it's like a joke, like playing like try to dribble and and they have so much rules. So with soccer, growing up, it's like here in the Philippines now. You have basketball everywhere. Sakali, there's rim. So with soccer also back home, it's like that. Like you can just decide, oh, let's play soccer, and then just pull the goalpost in the middle of the road, and then the game is going, and people just gather around watching. So that's how it is. So, but there was one time when I was already like in high school. Some of my friends they play soccer, and we just there's this court on the side that there's basketball, and then the football field was just on this other side. So we're playing soccer. So one time we couldn't play soccer because the court was so muddy and stuff. So and then we went to the basketball court kasi cement siya, so dry na siya dahil sa ulan. So ginagamit namin yung soccer ball to just play. And then ako naman, hindi ako marunong mag-dribble, I cannot shoot. But like my athleticism is already making me to like, when I jump, I can just pull the ball inside the net. So I was like, this is fun pala, and stuff like that. And then that summer, we attended like a basketball, and then we attended like a sport fest. And then you can join any sport, like you can join more than one sport at a time. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to join basketball this time. And then sa gabi naman, I will go play soccer. So yeah, that's how it started, and I actually liked it. And then within 6 months, I was already like attending basketball camp. I even attend Basketball Without Borders, like in South Africa. It was like a camp that NBA hosts every year. So yeah, I attend that, and then from there, I found out basketball was giving me opportunity to travel, to like get opportunity to go to the state. I actually have a lot of scholarship in the state. Like, I don't know if you know Findlay Prep, they're in Nevada, in Las Vegas. I got scholarship, Boston Trinity Academy, a lot of I-8 in that time. But my dad, they didn't like let me go because I was like 15, and he was like, in the state there's a lot of drugs, there's a lot of like black people and stuff. I don't want you to like go at this age. Pero hindi niya alam na may mga foster parent naman and stuff like that. So yeah, but when the Philippine opportunity came, I was already like 18. So yeah, he let me go then.
That's good. Was meant to be.
Then the rest is history, right? So how was the difference between playing basketball in Nigeria and then playing basketball in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's a lot more different. So okay, so you know the difference between soccer and basketball in the Philippines, right? So soccer is like the number one sport in Nigeria, and basketball is just among the other sports. So there's no much like basketball programs that's like really like katulad dito na from elementary school pa lang may mga program like all the way to college, all the way to the league. So wala masyadong ganyan sa amin. So it's all soccer, soccer. The government, they sponsor soccer, they have program for soccer. So basketball is just like the struggle, and yeah, if you could like try to just hang in there, try to make yourself better, that's when you get the opportunity to.
So I'm sure you've heard of Hakeem Olajuwon, right? He's from
Like,
he used to play goalie, right? He was the goalie, and then
He actually play handball. He actually play handball goalie. Handball siya. Handball goalie, like super, like idol talaga yan.
Yeah. Kaya galing niya mag-block eh.
Di ato, hindi nagsasalita. Puro side.
Mahihain ako eh.
Sige, Ato, we got the next question. Galingan mo.
Wala pa akong question.
Kung ari na, mahihain. Pero hindi.
Mahihain. Parang si Koga, mahihain yan.
Pero
tanungin ko sa kung ano pang mga shake na tikman mo dun eh. So,
Grabe. Memories talaga yan.
I know.
I think Koga came here to my house when kasi di ba you guys come to the US to practice?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think May. Yeah. So I think he came with the guards. They came to my
Really,
Yeah.
sila Rome and Koga.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know if you remember too, like one of your practices here. You guys actually attended my son's 4th birthday. So that was like about 10 years ago. Kasi
Damn.
14 na siya. And not
Wow.
around 4 or 5. Sa LA, parang restaurant, Filipino restaurant there. All the way.
Oh my, wait lang. Wait
Galing
lang.
King Airport, you guys were picked up in a
Oh
van.
my God.
And then si Coach Ronnie nandun.
That's long time ago.
It is a long time. So you remember
Yeah.
it.
Wow, I did.
Parang Filipino
Wow.
restaurant doon. So I think it's
Yeah.
around Eagle Rock. Malapit
Yeah,
sa
it's like this place
House,
like
right?
maybe like
Yeah.
we it's like parang Philippine, like it's a Filipino territory talaga.
Yeah.
I
Parang
remember-
siyang bahay.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about you talked about Coach Ronnie and Benjie. Were there any other coaches that you were under during your time?
Yeah. Like I experienced Coach Frankie, but I never we never get to play in the NCAA because of the incident that happened.
Yeah.
And then Coach Boyet. Yeah, Coach
Oh,
Boyet
Boyet.
and Coach Jamaic. So I went through those, So Coach Frankie naman, it's like they all have different systems that but very effective. And then yung iba-iba naman yung pakisamahan nila. And I'm not comparing like this.
You're not gonna say who's your favorite, huh?
But the results were the same, right? Championship.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna like answer favoritism. Pero sa akin naman, I have my own. I have may nagusto ko sa coach nito, and then may mga hindi ko nagusto sa coach. So it's like nobody is perfect naman, and you as an individual, you have the way your perception of different people and whatever they have na maganda naman, tatanggapin mo. And whatever they have na hindi maganda, tatanggapin mo, and then sasabihin mo, coach, ayoko yung yan, like hindi ko gusto yan yung ginagawa mo yan. So, ako kasi that's how I am, like I tend to be more open to like to them, because if you're my coach and I'm going to be playing for you, then we should be able to have like this kind of communication. Like if we fight, we fight. We make up. So ako naman with the systems, with the system of the coaches, they're all effective. Pero syempre, I have my own preference, and some coaches naman, they, as a player, if a coach has a system na hindi masyado mahirap pero effective pa rin. Katulad ni Coach Boyet. Mga simple lang yung mga sistema niya. Like if you say, deny corner or deny that guy, don't let him get the ball. Yeah, it's gonna be effective.
Yeah.
Coach Jamaic naman, yung system ni Coach, it's like super parang European style. Like sobrang complicated, like you have to go like, pero at the end of the day, effective naman eh. So pero the problem with that is madaming player like coming from like high school system,
different high school.
And then parang yung system na natin pang professional na, pang European style na, you know. So medyo complicated. So like coach, let's just do the simple thing that's effective. Why are we making it too complicated? So yan yung nagiging problema ko with Coach Jamaica. And So pero all in all, it's all the experience that matter. I just go with the flow. I try to learn from different people, because that's how life is. Because not everybody has the same way of teaching, and not everybody has the same way of ako naman, tatanggal ko lahat ng sistema. And then I try to like adjust to it. Because that's what makes you a player. Like how you could adjust to different systems. And that's what makes you like this kind of player. And I think, ano yan?
So I was just gonna ask, so you talked about a little bit yung mga coaches. So yung experience mo naman sa opponents, yung which year or which opponents na medyo you got a challenge that you remember brings you out, your best game or mga ganyan rivalry.
Yeah, I think when it comes to rivalry, like it's like you already know if it's against Baste or against like Letran, it's like a rivalry game. It's like those games are like very intense. And me naman, I don't mind if there's intensity or physicality. I just don't like when like some coaches they try to play dirty and try to like they systematically try to get you out of the game. So that's what I don't really like. Pero that's what it is. You have to learn to play with that. So me, whenever I'm playing those big games, like it's a big rivalry game, you must not lose. Especially when we're playing like even outside our league, you're playing Ateneo or La Salle. It's like you already know I don't want to lose to these people kasi mayabang mga to ayaw ko magtalo sa kanila. So like something personal. Like so there's sometimes that the game is actually very personal. There's sometimes that it's like this is rivalry, this is history. We cannot lose to this game. Sometimes it's okay to lose to CSB, which is not like super no. Pero sometimes they would rather want to lose to CSB than lose to Letran, even if CSB is like no team, right? But at the same time, any game that I go into playing, I want to win all that game, and especially if it's the rivalry, like maybe these are the people that you want to meet in the final. You wanted to tell them in the elimination round now, okay, you guys gonna face it. If you wanna really beat us in the final, you have to earn it. So that's how those games are. And challenges naman from opponent. It's always I treat my opponent the same way. I don't disrespect them. So I always treat them like, this is like a strong opponent that I don't have, no matter who they are. So because it's not about individual, it's about trying to win, play as a system. So I don't disrespect my opponent. I respect them. But if my opponent naman na disrespect sa akin na nag-dirty tactics or na-punch niya ako, and then I'm gonna get back at him. Pero not in a way that nobody will see it. Like they'll just
simple lang.
They'll just notice na natama.
Walang foul.
may mga isang beses na talaga na okay, I really want to foul this guy, and lalo naman yung mga point guard, di ba? Yung mga point guard, lagi they don't play you defense, pero they still do all these dirty tactics. So the only way I get back at them is like setting like a very strong pick. Sometimes if I set a pick for you, and when the pick hits you, you will know your body the following day. So sometimes I might get an offensive foul, but I keep my foul just to do that intentionally. Sometimes I don't want to get in foul trouble just to use them at the end to make Bowie. So that's how I play. I just have to like send message to the opponent like you don't have to disrespect me. And some player they already know like if they do it, they know that they're going to get it back. So instead of like, because I know the tactics is just to try to make me thrown out, and when I get thrown out, it affects the team. So I have to like be careful and try to make Bowie. And if I don't make Bowie in that game, you're in my list na.
Next game.
Sige, babawian kita. So, walang personalan. Sige, gawin mo, pero babawian kita. It's not today, tomorrow. So yun lang.
Good.
So yun.
Ako magsalita ka lang dyan.
Alam mo ba na si Mike, he went to school to San Beda from kindergarten all the way to college. So, kanina, minention mo yung Ateneo Lasal. In the old days, they were in NCAA. Di ba, Mike? They were our rivals too, back in the old days.
Nabutan mo yun, Mike. Nabutan mo yan. Tama.
Yeah.
Wow! Kaya Mike, naabot mo yung Ateneo Lasal sa NCAA. Kaya na mukha kang bata, senior citizen ka pala.
Mukha
Mukha kang 20. Alam mo, pag nakita ko si Kuya Mike sa Beda, parang siyang bata parang galaw-galaw. Nagsushooting pa sa practice namin. Akala mo nasa college rin siya na yon. Kaya pala madami kang chicks noon, no?
Okay, ha? Ano yan? Ito ko!
Kuya Mike naman, patago naman. Simple lang. Pero if you know, you know naman
Pati mga college girls din, yun iniisip.
Kung wala siya pakialam sa mga chicks. Pero...
Teka, sandali. Senior citizen, tapos may mga chicks na college?
kasi mukhang bata
Papasa, di ba?
Wait ka lang.
Wala naman senior citizen. Basta tumitigas naman pa rin. Okay lang. Di ba, Kuya Mike, natitigas tayo?
Tama ka dyan.
Yes,
Pwede pa.
So, nung nag-shooting ba si Mike, binigyan mo ng pick kasi siya ba yung makulit na gwardiya?
Hindi. Si Kuya Mike naman, pa-condition naman. I think yung mga shooting niya, pampatigas yan.
Shoot pa rin.
Pero mas may shooting pag nadilim
Tama, mas ano siya.
Wala, ha?
Magaling.
We follow through. Ang kulit. Pero tingnan mo, lahat tayo dito, yung background namin parang simple lang. Tingnan mo yung background ni parang red district zone sila.
At tama yung gusto ni Mike Parang
Nice. I like that.
So, thank you very much for your time. This has been really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ola. Really appreciate it.
Salamat.
Okay. And Noel, please, Ola. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Next time ulit.
Stay safe.
Yeah, no problem. Kuya Mike,
okay.
We'll see you again.
We'll keep in touch on Facebook.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Ato. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks, all.
Bye.
Bye.